Well, hello there, my fellow rushers. How are you doing today? King Rexy here, and today we're gonna be doing a challenge that was requested by Prince Ali. And I can't quite put everything in the title, so I'm gonna call it like this. Can you beat Kingdom Rush Origins on Impossible with Team Forest number 2? What is this team, you may ask? Well, let's get into the rules and explain it, shall we? Okay, so the rules of the challenge. Rule 1. We're beating the main campaign only. The post game is not included. Rule number 2. We're gonna be playing on the highest difficulty as per usual. Not veteran, bruh. Impossible. Rule number 3. What can we use? Well, that's pretty interesting. We can only use Sentinel Arbor, which is the level 3 archers. We're also allowed to use Forest Keepers, but we can have only 5 of them per level, so there's a limit to them. And also, as far as our heroes go, we have Eredon and Bravebark. But just like the Forest Keepers, I have to try to use Bravebark as little as possible. So I'll try to do my best. Rule number 4. We're upgrading as we progress, meaning that after every level, we're getting 5-star upgrades, and we're gonna upgrade away from scratch. And the last rule is, obviously... Actually, no, there isn't a last rule. I was thinking about doing it no lives lost, but a couple of these missions proved to be very, very difficult. And you'll see them in a bit. So, without any further ado, let's begin. Alright then. Well, starting off with, of course, level 1. And of course, oh, my Discord was apparently opened. I didn't put it to do not disturb mode, which is kind of unfortunate, but whatever. Anyway, first level, massive disappointment. What were you expecting? You think this is gonna be difficult? I laugh at the face of this challenge. Look at how easy it is. Even these guys who have medium armor. Actually no, maybe they are kind of difficult. They made it pretty far. I will give them that. I'll give them credit where credit is due. They are able to make it pretty far, but keep in mind that we only have level 2 archers. Once we get to level 3, oh my god, we're gonna start annihilating. And yeah, for the most part I went for the archer upgrades firstly. Because there's one upgrade that makes them very good in the early game, Obsidian Heads. Basically, this upgrade gives them the ability to do max damage to enemies that have no armor. Basically, doing 12 damage every shot, and they shoot very fast. I'm not quite sure what their attack speed is. I would assume it's something like 0.5 or 0.4 seconds, but whatever it is, they shoot very, very quickly. And as you can see, we destroyed it. Level 4. Here we get introduced to the Ettins, which on Impossible mode they are usually not a joke. 1500 HP with a good amount of damage. Yeah, they're threatening to say the least, but for archers only, surprisingly not that much. Like, sure, when we get like a huge horde of Ettins, then it's gonna be a problem, but for now, we destroy them. Here we go with this level though. This one was kind of a difficult one. You know, that's mostly wave 14 was where the issues start to arrive, because look at all of these guys. Look at this, man. No, we lost 2 lives. Ah, that's awful. Alright, you know what? Rage quit, restart, this is an atrocious attempt, we're doing it again. I know I can execute it much better though. Like, look at that. We just needed a better execution, that's all. I mean, yeah, for the most part, the level wasn't difficult, but we got introduced to my new executioner who's gonna be torturing me for a while. The harassers, which I don't think you were able to see them here because I recorded kind of late into the game, but here they are. Here's my new executioner, and look at how annoying he is. Yeah, what are we supposed to do here? Look at this, we're losing. We failed already. Wow, what a disappointment. I know, I'm a failure. Look at that. The issue is, there's multiple issues actually with these guys. One of them is that their movement speed gets increased from medium to fast, making them rush through your defenses very quickly. And the other issue is that their armor gets increased to whopping 40%. 40%! And 40% isn't something to laugh at, I mean, look at that. I kept dying on this level a lot, let's just say that. I died on this level for a long time. It took me approximately 3 hours to beat, you know, to survive it at least. Here I just stayed up, here I rage quitted on that previous attempt because it was very bad. Here, however, I think I was able to make it, not quite sure. I don't remember if that was the winning attempt or no, but I remember that at one point I was like, you know what, that's it, I'm so done with your BS, I'm sick of this level, I've wasted 3 hours of my time, I'm taking my 17 lives, and I'm going home with it. And you know what, 17 lives is not terrible, sure it's not like as good as I could have done it, but I'm sick of this level, man. I'm sick of losing to harassers. They're too bad, we don't have enough star upgrades, we can't max out the lighting and the reinforcements at the same time, so yeah. Roll with it. The Kakaina though, massive joke. This level though took me even longer. And I'm not gonna bother to show you all the losing attempts because there are quite a few, and this video will probably be over 20 minutes if I include them all, even if it's 8 times speed. So yeah, we're gonna do this one. And for this one I just pretty much switched up to Brave Arc and I instantly won. I don't know how, I guess that insta-kill really came in handy, because the hoplites are very problematic. They're fast, they have 1000 HP, high armor, and they spawn enemies. The most important part about this level though is just time your lighting properly. If you don't time your lighting properly, you're dead. So yeah. Here on this level we finally unlocked the Forest Keepers, and they're awesome, because now we have some actual damage. Well, the archers are doing good, but the Forest Keepers are even better. Now keep in mind that our limit to the Forest Keepers is 5 on each level, and I have to try to use the minimum amount. Here I could have used 2, but I was too scared out of the Bandersnatches, so I decided to use 3, and look at that. So far, we're surviving. This level wasn't that difficult now that we have Forest Keepers. And yeah, 4 Bandersnatches, disappointing, just got destroyed. And after this level I got a pretty big confidence boost and I was like, Bandersnatches are a joke. Why are people saying they are the toughest enemy in the game, man? They're so easy. And that's what ended up leading to my fail on this level. Now, I didn't like died on it, but I wasn't able to beat it with 3 stars because I should have put another set of Forest Keepers down. I was thinking that I could have done it with 3, but unfortunately the Bandersnatches ended up being too overwhelming. Like, look at that. A couple of them just ended up rushing right through. Yeah, that was kind of disappointing. I could have retried the level, but I'm a little bit lazy, so I just can't be bothered. Now for this one, I expected it to be a huge pain because of the shroomies, but surprisingly, everything was very easy. Until the last wave. The last wave was where it really got kind of the difficulty ramped up. And here, look at that shroom. Bruh, it had like 5 HP. I'm not restarting this. I'm not wasting 50 minutes of my time due to stupid RNG. You know what, I'm taking my 19 lives and I'm rolling with it. Screw this. Just kill this fungal breeder and move on. Thank you. Goddamn. Now here, this was a joke. Ignore that I died to the Bandersnatches there, that was a mistake. Let's try this again. Much better. Yeah, I know, I just lost like in a miserable way a couple seconds ago, but whatever. Nobody saw that, you haven't seen that, it never happened. I could have decided not to show you, but I wanted to show you because it was kind of stupid, to be honest. And now for this one, this wave is just meh, like meh. Forest Keepers melt. I'm surprised as to how well Forest Keepers are doing, man. Even though I'm more of a Bladesinger lover than a Forest Keeper lover, I can kind of start to see why people love Forest Keepers so much. Like, the amount of true damage that they do is insane. If you stack them up together, they can just annihilate everything. The boss ended up making it a little bit further on the first time, but, you know, the second and the third time was easy. Like, look at that. What a disappointment of a boss. Just got absolutely destroyed. Moving on already to the third area. Very nice. Now here I ended up using Aridon again because I didn't want to waste Brave Arc, because this level is easy. Sure, the early game is a bit difficult with the Razor Boars because, you know, they have medium armor, maybe even high armor on Impossible, I don't remember, but they're pretty durable. But as long as you get your Forest Keepers up, everything is gooch. Here, thankfully, the Bloodletting Shot ended up saving me from this Avenger, coming in clutch, not too bad. The first Golem, kind of disappointing, not gonna lie, do some light micro and kill him. Moving on to this one, just use Aridon again because, you know, we're trying to preserve Brave Arc, and we're gonna need them for the last 2 levels, I think. Here, yeah, the Cloudstalkers were surprisingly kind of difficult. We almost ended up losing to them, which was kind of scary. Thank God I had my lighting. And look at that, I didn't even use Ash Bite, nor Beerusad, because it was like, this level is already easy enough, so let's not make it easier than it's supposed to be. Yeah, sure, the last wave is kind of scary, but not really. Just use your lighting properly and just look at the golem melt. Like, look at that, I did absolutely nothing. However, the penultimate level ended up screwing me up a little bit. Because, apparently, I didn't have enough. And I lost once, I think. I lost like 2 lives and I ended up rage quitting, so I decided, you know what, we're gonna reattempt it again. I just added one more set of Forest Keepers on the left side, and that's what made the difference, because on wave 15, when you have a lot of Arachnomancers, and they can get very overwhelming with spamming spiders, and you kinda need a good amount of barracks, so I ended up going for 4 Forest Keepers. But it is definitely doable with 3, you just can't quite pull off the no lives lost part. But anyway, we're done here. Moving on to the last level, it should be easy, right? Well, for the most part it was, not gonna lie. Brave Arc just ended up killing the important enemies, he did pretty well, and we're using 4 Forest Keepers, and everything was going pretty flawlessly. But on wave 15, when we get 4 Golems and a lot of other crap, That's where the issues start to arise. I mean, look at that. We can't even kill the golems. Like, what? Forest Keepers, you failed me. No! We lost, like, so many lives. Like, the disappointment in my eyes is just awful. So yeah, I ended up rage quitting and starting off again. I know, quite a few rage quits here and there, but this challenge is not as easy as it looks like. I thought it was gonna be a joke originally, but apparently it wasn't. So yeah, I ended up doing it again. I just added one more set of Forest Keepers and look at the difference on wave 15. Night and day. Night and day difference. And yeah, sure, I ended up doing a little bit more precise micro and all. Also, we lost almost to a spider there, goddamn. But anyway, time for the boss. Can we kill the Spider Goddess? The biggest, baddest boss in the game. I mean, yeah, I guess. Like, she's supposed to be threatening, but in reality, comparing her to Umbra and Vezdan, she's kind of a joke. Like, look at her. She can't even do anything, man. Like, what? You're gonna destroy one tower, bruh. Look at my gold. You think that's an issue? G to the G. What an easy challenge. So, in the end, the question must be answered. Can you beat Kingdom Rush Origins on Impossible with Team Forest number 2? The answer to that question is yes. Yes, you can. Can you beat everything in all life slots though? Probably no. I'm not MMOH, so I can't beat everything. But I think I did pretty well for the most part, at least. So yeah, hopefully my dear subscriber is satisfied with this. And yeah guys, well, with that out of the way, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future. And while you're at it, drop a like on the video, it means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next video. Until it comes, that was King Rexy, over and out.